Welcome viewers, thank you for joining me on Class Online School today. So today we want to look at a topic. But before we dive into the topic, are you new here? Follow us. If you love what we do here, we create family-oriented content. Okay, we run the Nigerian curriculum, we advocate sex education. We talk about family structure, how we can structure our family to bring out the best in our families. Okay, we run the Nigerian curriculum from JSS1 to SS3 for core subjects. Thank you for joining me. Today we want to look at some things parents should avoid doing for their kids. Some things parents should avoid doing for their kids. Okay, when we talk about this, we look at the age. There are certain age a child is, and the child is dependent, 100% dependent on you as a baby. That's not what we are talking about. We're talking about kids that are grown. Appropriate age that can take responsibility. Okay? So that is what we're talking about. Well, things that parents should not do for their kids. They can be grown up, a little bit grown up, or children growing up. They can be preteen, they can be teenagers, they can be infants. Okay, depending on the age that they are. But here we want to talk about preteens upward. What parents should not do for them. Don't do everything for your child. Stop doing everything for your child. Even you're 2 years old, even you're 1 year old, you cannot do everything for the child. You can ask them to go get that for yourself. You know, don't do everything for them. Assign age appropriate chores to children as they are growing. I have 1.5 years, I have 3 years, I have 5 years children around me that can be responsible for some of the things they do for themselves. So stop doing everything for your child. Don't carry all the load and say, I don't want my child to do this. I want to do everything for them. I want them to enjoy life. That's not enjoyment of life. You're only just destroying them. Don't do everything for your child. Secondly, never neglect discipline. Do not withdraw the rod of discipline from a child. If you withdraw discipline from a child, the child will go haywire. An undisciplined child can become something else when the child is grown. So, try as much as possible to discipline appropriately. When you discipline, let your discipline be on the appropriate degree. We did not say go and burn the child's hand on the fire. We did not say use cane to design the child's body beyond repair. We did not say flog the child until you blind the child's eye. There are appropriate discipline or punishment for every action. So be guided. No adequate way to discipline a child, but never neglect discipline. Overprotecting a child. Your child does something wrong, somebody comes to report to you, and you tell the person it's not your business, it's my child, and you are protecting the child. The child does something wrong, instead of you to allow the child to own up for the wrong he or she has done, you are protecting the child, shielding him from the consequences of his action. Are you serious? Don't be overprotective. Allow them to take consequences for their actions. Then, never ignore their feelings. These children live with you. You know their needs, you know their feelings, You know when they feel hot. You know when they are happy. You know when they are sad. Don't neglect these feelings. Don't neglect these feelings. Watch out. Be careful. Know what they are going through and know what feelings they are putting out. Know the emotion that is going out and how you are going to handle such emotions. Remember, we are talking about some things parents should avoid doing for their kids. Okay? Comparing them with others. Stop comparing your children with other children or comparing siblings. See child A from child B. Are you not seeing what your brother is doing? Are you not seeing what your sister is doing? Stop comparison. Everyone have his own identity and everyone's identity have been taken. He or she has his own identity. Allow him to identify himself. Stop comparing him with others. Some children are introverts, some are extroverts. Some children are analytical, some are not. Some children are very intelligent, some are average. So stop comparing. Allow them to find their path and allow them to discover themselves. Then, avoid providing everything for your child. A child doesn't need everything. Children feel that they need everything, so they will ask for everything their mind can conceive. Even as young, as teenagers, sometimes your young adults want to ask for the impossible. So don't provide everything your child asks for. Sometimes learn to say no to irrelevant things. You are with them, you know what they need, you know what is adequate for them, you know what is right for them. So when they start asking for the impossible, tell them no, you don't need this. So learn to say no to some things. Okay? Allow for failure. If a child fails in some certain aspect of his doings, don't kill the child. Don't start yelling and shouting. Every one of us make mistake. A child is bound to make mistake. Every one of us learn from our mistake. So if your child fails, let him learn or let her learn from her own mistakes. Don't be a perfectionist. Don't think a child should do everything good or perfect. If they fail, good, adjust them, readjust them, educate them, teach them to do it right. Then allow them to do it the way they've learned it. In the journey as they are going, they will still make mistake. Allow it. You as an adult, don't you make mistake? Why are you expecting perfection from your children? They failed in school, you are angry. That's not the best way. Try as much as possible to know where the problem is. Why did you fail this course? Is it that you don't understand it? Is it that your teacher is not teaching you well? Is it that you need an extra help or extra hand? That's when you come with an extra help. If you're giving her a tutor or him a tutor, give him a tutor. If you want to register him online courses, do that. That's why we have class online school. We have educational materials. If it's a subject or a topic we've covered, you give them to watch and rewatch. There are other websites, other YouTube channels that offer such courses too. Download it for them, let them watch and rewatch until it becomes part of them. That way you will understand where their problem is and how you can be a solution to their problem. If they need you to be the guide in that area, if you know that subject, teach them. Allow them to fail and make mistake. We all make mistake, right? So don't think they will not make mistake. They will. Neglecting to teach responsibility. Don't neglect to teach them responsibility. Give adequate chores to different ages. Okay, let them not be overly dependent. Okay, don't neglect giving responsibility. Don't carry it on your head alone. The load will be too much for you as they are growing. Delegate to them. Let them do something with themselves. Right? So let them take responsibility for their actions. A child does something, he should be punished. A child spoils something, you've warned, You can withdraw his allowance and replace that thing. Let them take responsibility for their action. Your teenager you've educated wisely on sex education, get pregnant. Let them face the consequences of it, but you be there to guide them and help them through. But he should shoulder some responsibility. Don't shoulder all responsibility for them. Let them be responsible for their action. And then don't fail to lead by your example as a parent. Your example is their best teacher. They learn from what they see, and you being their first school, you being their home, they will learn from you. So what guide are you giving? What behavior are you putting out? It depends on what you put out. That's what they are going to take in. So be a proper guide. So we've talked about some things parents should avoid doing for their kids. I talk about don't do everything for your child. Don't neglect discipline. Don't live through them. I think I did not talk about it. Don't live through your children. Don't live through them means it's not the dream you have for them that they must actualize. It's not what you have pictured in your mind they will be that they will be. Allow them to discover themselves. So parents, caregivers. You say a child will be a medical doctor, he's not good in the sciences. All effort to make him good in the sciences is not working. But he's good in the art. Allow him now, or allow her. You are not going to live the life for the child. It's the child's life. If that's what you want and you have helped the child to go on that path, all effort is abortive. Leave the child to take his own path. We are prone to doing this. We want to impose our decision, our style, what we wish for them to be true for them. Sometimes they will agree to be what we want them to be, but in their discovery of life, they will want to be what they want to be. It's their choice. Everyone comes to this life with a choice. Allow them to make their choice. But guide them. You can have a talk on what you want them to be. If it resonates with them, so be it. But if they tell you it doesn't resonate with them and it becomes a war front for the two of you, let them pursue what they think is right for them. But make sure what they are pursuing is not illegal. Make sure what they are pursuing is right, appropriate, and adequate. Then let them find their path. Don't live through them. Allow them to live through themselves. Everyone is taken. You are taken and you are you. Allow them to discover themselves to be the person they want to be. So don't live through your children. Don't be overprotective of them. Don't ignore their feelings. Don't compare them to anyone. Don't provide everything for them. Allow for failures, because failure helps us to learn. Then never neglect teaching them to be responsible for their actions, and then you be a good example. So these are ways that parents should avoid doing everything for their children. The list is not exhausted. Tell me your own point below the comment box. It's an interactive class. It's an interactive section. What do you think? Tell me below the comment box. Okay? That will help us to know what we want to add when we want to talk about this topic in another way at another time. Right? So thank you for joining me. This is Class Online School. Are you subscribed to us? If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button below there. Click the like button. Share the videos to those you think it will be meaningful to. Thank you for joining me. I don't take your time for granted, and I don't take your followership for granted. Thank you for being my community. Thank you for always showing up and always watching our videos. Thank you for being with us. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next.